I suspected my husband was sleeping with my twin sister, so I pretended to be her to test him. My twin sister Haley and I were never the kind of twins that people couldn't tell apart. I had shorter hair, she wore glasses. I dressed more casually, she was always in dresses. We lived in the same city but weren't super close anymore since she'd gotten divorced last year and turned into this whole different person. Started going to the gym every day, got into makeup tutorials, basically became someone I didn't recognize. My husband Derek used to think she was uptight and boring, but suddenly, after her makeover, he was all about family unity and making sure she wasn't lonely. He'd invite her to dinner without asking me first. He'd text her memes and inside jokes I didn't understand. When I'd ask what was funny, they'd both say I wouldn't get it. Little things started adding up. Like when Haley came over for movie night, Derek would always sit in the middle. When she'd reach for popcorn, their hands would touch, and neither would pull away. When she started crying about her ex during Thanksgiving, Derek was the one who followed her outside, not me. He was gone for 40 minutes, said they were just talking about her feeling like a failure, but his shirt was untucked when he came back in. Then there was the gym thing. Haley convinced Derek to join her gym for the buddy discount. They'd go together at 5 a.m. before work. He'd come home already showered, said he used the gym showers, but his hair would smell like her shampoo, coconut vanilla. I knew because I'd borrowed it once, and he'd commented how nice I smelled. Now he came home smelling like that 3 times a week. The wedding anniversary thing was what really got me suspicious. Derek forgot our anniversary, but somehow remembered to get Haley a birthday present 2 days later. Not just any present, this expensive perfume she'd mentioned wanting once at dinner. When I asked how he knew, he said she'd sent him the link. I checked his phone later, and there was no link in their messages. Christmas was weird too. Haley gave Derek this watch that cost way too much for a brother-in-law gift. She said it was to thank him for being so supportive during her divorce. He wore it every day. When I said it seemed excessive, they both said I was reading too much into things. My friend Tanya said I was being paranoid, but then Haley started coming over when I wasn't home. I'd find her earring under the couch cushion, her coffee mug in the sink. Derek said she stopped by to pick up things she'd left, but why was she drinking coffee if she was just grabbing stuff and leaving? Valentine's Day was the final straw. Derek said he had to work late. Haley said she had a date, but when I drove past her apartment, Derek's car was parked 3 blocks away. I sat there for 2 hours. He never came out. When he got home that night, he said traffic was horrible from the office. I decided to test them. Haley was going out of town for a work conference and asked me to water her plants. Perfect opportunity. I went to her apartment and found everything I needed. Her glasses, her signature red lipstick, one of her dresses, even her perfume. I put it all on and looked in the mirror. With my hair pulled back like she wore it and her clothes on, we looked similar enough. Not identical, but in the dark, maybe. I texted Derek from my phone saying I was going to sleep early and not to wake me when he got home. Then I waited outside our house. When his car pulled up, I walked toward the door like I was just arriving too. He saw me and his whole face lit up. Called out, "Haley, what are you doing here?" I stayed quiet and kept walking toward him. He grabbed my waist and pulled me close. Said he'd been thinking about me all day and couldn't wait for this weekend when I'd be at my conference and we could finally video call without worrying. His hands were on my face and he was about to kiss me when I pulled off the glasses. The look on his face was something I'll never forget. Pure panic, then confusion, then this attempt at recovery where he tried to say he knew it was me all along and was just playing along with whatever weird game I was doing. I asked him to explain exactly what weekend plans he meant. He said he thought I was role-playing and he was confused. I asked why he'd grabbed my waist like that if he knew it was me. He said he always greeted me that way. I asked when the last time he touched me like that was. He couldn't answer. I went inside, packed my stuff, and left. He kept calling, saying nothing happened. They were just friends. The video call thing was about planning my surprise birthday party. My birthday was 8 months away. Haley called me crying, saying I'd misunderstood everything, that Derek was just being a supportive friend. I asked her why a supportive friend would have her apartment key on his keychain. She hung up. They're together now, living in her apartment, still claiming nothing happened while we were married.